Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Masochist series. Credit to Cimo and Hausman for inventing the series. But first, would you like to make your Master Duel experience a whole lot better?
Are you ready to take your Yugioh Master Duel Play experience to a new level? The Untapped GG Companion is here for you. Use the deck tracker to know exactly what cards you have in your deck, and to go over any cards you aren't familiar with yet by hovering over them. It instantly updates when you draw a card, and automatically hides if you check your extra deck or graveyard. This is the perfect tool to help you master a new deck. The Untapped GG Companion also lets you import decks directly into the game in seconds. Copy any YDK or YDKE deck string, create a new deck in-game, click the Start Auto Import button, and let us take the wheel. Once the duel is over, check your win rate on your personal stats page. Brag among your friends and share your decks so they can import them into the game too. Start your path to master today by downloading the Untapped GG Companion at ygom.untapped.gg.
Alright guys, so we're back. We have some huge announcements today. So first of all, I finally did this. I created the Discord server for the Masochist Challenge. This way it makes it a lot easier. So if you guys want to send me deck lists, it makes it easier. Also, my rules are on there because I'm constantly getting questions about the rules. We've got deck discussion, so my deck, your decks. Also, if you're doing a Masochist challenge, this could be helpful for you. There's a find a duel option. You guys could duel each other. I don't know how often I'm going to be in here dueling, but you know, it's a possibility. You can do Masochist versus Masochist. There's possibilities maybe for tournaments in the future. I don't know. You can share your polls, general discussion. And then there's duel rooms. Like I said, you guys can duel each other, spectate, whatever you guys want to do. It's in here. The rules, the discussions, all that stuff is in here. But yeah, this is now available. This is something you guys have been requesting for pretty much since episode 1. This is something that you guys have wanted, and I'm finally doing it. I made the Masochist, the Master Duel Masochist hub here so that we can have a Discord server to discuss decks and things of that sort. Alright, so next up we've got another piece of major news. So basically this is the playlist. It's the music that I use on this channel. I've kept this playlist private for the most part, but what this playlist basically is all of the songs that I use in the background of these videos. A lot of you guys have been really, like, a lot of you guys will ask me, like, you know, what's this song at this point? What's this song at this timestamp, at this junction? And here it is. It's all here. It's all available top to bottom. This is every single song that you guys have recommended, and I've included into a singular playlist. That way you guys can just go here and then see all of the cool music. There's even songs in here that don't make it into the playlist because they either come up as copyright or they have lyrics in them, or a situation like that where it doesn't make it, or where I just have too many for that particular set of episodes. But there's a ton of songs here that I guess you guys would know, a lot of you guys would enjoy. You guys are recommending them, and you guys can share them amongst one another. And yeah, this has all of those various songs. Alright guys, we are back to dueling, and I'm not going to lie to you, I am a little bit scared. We are on an insane run right now, but I'm a little afraid of what's going to happen to me next.
I just walked in, and a big, strong guy grabbed me.
If you look at our match history, we've been winning a lot, but we're in Platinum 3, and this is where things stop. Like, this is not a joke anymore. Look how many wins we have. This is actually kind of insane. Like, we have so many more wins than losses, it's not even funny. The last 14 games, I think we've lost like 2. Like, this is like insane considering the deck that we're playing. But yeah, I am absolutely, there's no way we're going to maintain this, especially because right now I am playing at the most peak of peak hours. This couldn't get any more peak hours than right now. This is like when, you know, like people in Japan are getting off school. It's not easy right now. So we're going to go in there, but I'm a little bit concerned. All right, we just won this coin flip. Like I said, hopefully we can keep things rolling right now. Our hand is, I'm not going to lie, this hand's kind of, it's Time Thief and Ash Blossom. That's the best thing that we've got right now. So we'll go Shathana. Hopefully they don't have response. If they have response, that's, I mean, they can maxi us. Do I Ash this? Do I waste an Ash on a maxi? I think I have to. Otherwise they draw 2 cards. So I think we do this. And then we have Time Thief plus some Memories of an Adversary. This poly has been a little bricky lately. I might end up cutting it ultimately because it has been a little bit bricky. It's not a card that, in theory, we're supposed to draw. Like, we're supposed to search it. But unfortunately, we've been just kind of drawing it, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it's life, right? You can't really... Things happen. Like, you can't really, like, you can't really complain too much because, I mean, it happens. We play it. We can't get mad at it, but we do draw it more than we probably should. That's a card that I'm actually considering removing. But if I remove that, then I have to remove this dude right here, which is the Albulenitis. Funny enough, I actually just opened this more than I do the card to send Albulenitis. So, we got a monster. Ooh, playing against Yubel. Yubel's a deck that is a little annoying. I'm not even going to lie to you. It is definitely a little annoying to play against. For our deck, but they didn't do anything. Okay. Yeah, just okay. Good enough. Good enough. Yubel's annoying to play against for most decks, but today it seems we're good to go. I think we grab a card off the Time Thief. It might be actually good that we got this. I don't know how many incarnates they play. Okay, they're going to chain this, which is special summon 1 Yubel monster, banished or in the graveyard. He doesn't have any discard. If you control Yubel, discard. Okay, that's not usable. So neither of those effects are usable at this moment, as far as I read appropriately. We're going to get another... Oof, a Rise Heart. Good thing he didn't... I'd rather him not have that, so... I guess we can special this. Yeah, this is an inherent summon, right? No, apparently not. Because we can respond to that. So he could have maxied that summon needlessly. Battle Phase. That's actually not too bad. That's not a bad interruption. Because if he activates this effect, we can actually just use Tribute to Puffin and then bounce that, and then his effect won't resolve. And then I think we just pass on this. Yeah, it's good enough. Like I said, Poly's been weird, because it's like... It's not a bad card, because when we do have spellcasters, it gives us an Iowas. Because ideally, we would just be sending Poly off of the... we would ideally be sending the Poly. We wouldn't be drawing the Poly. We got another monster card. Unfortunate, but, I mean, it's the reality. We'd rather get a Trapper spell, but it's life. It's just some variety. Ideally, we'd be sending the... Yeah, we'd be getting Poly by sending the other card to the graveyard. But, I mean, things happen. By using the thing that sends the other... Oof, that's a little rough. That's actually really rough. The Ogre right now is doing nothing for us. Alright, not a monster. Spell card would be nice. Spell. It's another monster. We have this unbelievable... You know what's funny? Like, we're getting monsters off of his deck, and he's getting spell trap cards, so he can't play, and neither can we. It's like insane. We're both kind of getting unlucky, but we have monsters, and he doesn't, so I guess he's really the one getting unlucky. He keeps drawing spells and trap cards. I keep drawing monsters, and then I'm not doing anything I'm not doing anything here. I'm just going to battle phase, so he can't ash me. His hand traps aren't doing anything. He might have triple tactics. That's not doing anything. Like, none of his cards are doing anything right now. Neither of mine. But at the same time, we're kind of up in life points right now. If I had a Zeus, I really would have cooked him right now. This guy would have been spaghetti if I would have had a Zeus. Another Ash Blossom. And he scoops. I almost wanted to scoop. That was like... What a weird situation. So we won that one. We start with a win. Always happy to do that. Let's see if we get any legacy tickets. 2 legacy tickets. Awesome. All right, let's look at our opponent's deck. He was playing Yubel Kashtira. What's the synergy here? I don't know. I don't know what the synergy is here, but he is playing 2 copies of this 50-card Yubel Kashtira. I don't really know the synergy, but this guy obviously bricked pretty hard. 13-card extra deck. Why 13? I'll never understand. Zeus, cool. I forgot this guy is new to the game. He just got added the last little while here. But yeah, a lot of cool cards. I'd love to steal from his deck if I could. All right, let's enter the shop. Master pack. Let's grab a master pack out of here. No holo, but that's fine. Like I just said, this is just rares I want. I want some rares more than I want most holos, so I'll say that. Mysterious Triangle, no point for that. Already have that. Miracle Synchro Fusion. I think this fusion summon one fusion monster that lists a synchro material. A synchro as material. If this is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, draw a card. I guess if we ever get Harpy's Feather Duster, we could just set this and draw a card. That's not even that terrible. But it has to be by your opponent's card effect. So you can't, like, Dragonic Diagram, draw a card kind of a situation. But Fusion summon that lists the synchro material. What does that even, what monsters do those include? I don't even know. There's that Dragon Exquisite dude. I think it's that dude, but I don't remember what else. Another copy of Raiden, which now tells me that I even had a Raiden. I forgot I even had a Raiden, so now it's good to know I have 2 Raidens now. Not only do I have 1, I have 2. The problem with Raiden is that this dude is big as hell. I think we have Godarla and 2 Raidens. I think that's what we have, and Raiden is 2800 attack. If I kaiju my opponent, I don't have any moss. I might as well just... Yeah, I'm better off, like... I'd rather them summon a moss that's hopefully weaker. That's just really strong. Brigand is pretty cool, actually. So this actually is another card that we can send off of our... Battle of Goganda. I keep forgetting Battle of Goganda. I always forget this card's name. Battle of Goganda, we can send... It's not even here. That's incredible. Yeah, Battle of Goganda basically lets us send, but we can send this, right? Because it's a Fallen of Albaz Plus. Yep, we can send this card to the graveyard. And at the end phase, we can special summon a Tri-Brigade monster. Is there any Tri-Brigade monster that we can summon that would be beneficial to us? I guess, maybe. Was there level 4s? We can summon Fallen of Albaz, but we still haven't pulled it. This would help us immensely. Like, there's a lot of ways where Fallen of Albaz would help us. Just by drawing one, or just by pulling one, or if we pull more Gogandas. Fractal, we don't have, but this would be helpful because then we can summon a level 4. Otherwise, it doesn't really help. I don't think we can summon Bestial Luber or this because their names are just in the deck. So it's a little I think we might actually have the Mercurier too. I don't remember, but this isn't a bad pull by any means. I can't really use that. I need more. Ogdoadic, I think, yeah, if this card's sent to the graveyard, tribute 1 monster, special summon this card, then your opponent can special summon 1 monster from the graveyard. This was good in generic until it allowed my opponent to special summon. And this guy's stats aren't good enough to warrant this. Like, if he was like 24 attack, 400 defense, maybe. And then he special summons Ogdoadic. Okay, cool. And then Crystal Boon, which is a Crystal Beast card, so I can't really use it. So this is pretty usable. This is pretty usable. This has some potential and maybe like a danger deck if we ever build it of some kind, if we get more Ogdoadics. But overall, I would say this isn't a terrible pack. There's definitely some potential here. Alright, we just drew a pretty decent hand, actually. Breaker, Nefariousness, Labyrinth, there can only be 1, and Torrential. Like, this is a pretty good... Damn it, why do they shotgun this? They're whack as hell for that. Alright, so now I was going to go Breaker, but I'm not going to go Breaker, because... Why do they... I hate when they do that. I'm just going to go Torrential, there can only be 1. Yeah, because I can't let them get a +2. Then they get deeper into their deck. There's a higher potential for them to draw... what do they call? Harpy's Feather Dusters, and then we just lose. That is unfortunate. That is just so... I hate when they do it. I understand now that they're like playing against triple tactics and stuff like that. But it is actually really annoying to have to deal with that. Okay, so what do we do here? We could actually just wreck the... Yeah, I think Kashtir Unicorn's at 2. If I destroy this now, it keeps them off the spell card. So I actually think this is a decent idea to do. It keeps them off the spell card, and then I can just use the... there can only be 1 to follow up with. Plus I out his... yeah, I think that's a smart move there. And then I just... Because if I destroy this, they have the spell card, they can just get their monster out anyway. Yeah, I think we Torrential, and then we special summon our monster, and then we set another try. I think that's probably the best thing to do. So we Torrential, and we don't want to chain anything else. We'll save this for later. And, yep, now we'll activate the Archfiend. And we'll summon that out. And that has a ton of defense, plus it gains attack, and then we'll set another card. It's incredible that this Labyrinth card, he's imperming that. I'm so fine with that. I'm so fine with that. Yeah, this was just like a fake way to bait something out. He's probably thinking we're playing Labyrinth, but like a shitty build. But he doesn't realize that, no, we're not playing Labyrinth. Yeah, this monster's been like working overtime for us. This card is too bad. It's too bad of a card to be played in Labyrinth. And it's so good that we have to, not only do we play it, but I would play 3 if I could. Like, it's insane to me. Like, Labyrinth will not play this card. It is not good enough to be played in that deck because the trap it searches isn't a main deck trap. This guy's getting cooked. This guy's getting cooked. This guy's absolutely getting cooked. Yep, he can do this. This guy's getting cooked. I almost feel bad for him, but you know, I don't. But this guy's getting cooked. He's gonna go and activate this to search. That's fine. I think I will. Yeah, that's fine. Let me read this real quick. I think when he eventually this lets him tribute 1 P.U.N.K, special summon this card from your hand. Is that an activated effect? I guess if I'm going to activate, there can only be 1 now before you can even activate that effect. So I'll do this now. And that'll lock him into Psychics. And he seems to be playing Psychics from 2 fronts, which is Kashtira and the P.U.N.Ks. So he's playing P.U.N.Ks, Kashtira. So if I activate that, he can't activate the effect to tribute to special summon. So he's locked into this very, very weak monster. So he's locked into Psychics. Beautiful. And then our follow-up's pretty good, right? We have Breaker for anything he sets. And then we have Nefariousness. And then we go into Time Thief. It's like 3 different types. It's like perfect. But yeah, like I was saying, this card's like bananas. Like, it really is a great card. I can't believe, like, it's too shit to play in Labyrinth, but it's amazing. Like, it really is an amazingly written card. It's like a bulk common no one looks at, no one cares about. And yet, somehow, some way, it works great in our deck. And he scoops. Yeah, I don't even know what he was thinking there. He scoops, and we win. Again, 2 wins in Platinum 3. We start off with more wins, which I thought was going to go very poorly. I thought we were going to lose. We've got 2 Legacy tickets and a Mega Thunderball. All right, to continue our win streak, this is what our opponent's playing, 1,000,000%. If they went first, they probably would have beat us. Almost 1,000,000%. They are playing Kashtira plus P.U.N.Ks plus, well, P.U.N.Ks plus Kashtira plus Mseti and the very small engine of the horse monsters. They're not playing everybody. I think they're missing one. So they got a Happy. They've got this one. They're missing the water one. That's the one that they're missing. You might as well include it. I mean, it's 4 monsters if you include it. But I guess the engine is a little bit smaller. It's mostly Mseti. It gets them to the level 8s, the rank 8s, which is pretty decent. 100% I think if they went first, we would have lost. But we opened pretty good. All right, here we go. Master Pack. Let's see what we've got in here. It is a non-hollow pack from what I could tell. But sometimes they like morph into a hollow pack. We got Divine Dragon that we don't use now. What does this do? Your life points must be lower than your opponent's to activate or resolve this effect. In our deck, we're losing, so yeah, we probably will have lower life points. Destroy a monster your opponent controls with attack less than equal to the difference in life points. Special summon a monster from your graveyard. That's actually not that bad. This is something to keep in mind because we have a lot of effects that pay life points, so I can actually imagine this being a fairly good card because we have Solemn Judgment, Warning. We have the other cards that just like do damage to or stuff like the one that we pay life points, we steal their monster in 2 turns. We can build a deck where we just keep like lowering our life points. This actually isn't that bad. This is a card we have to keep in mind. I wish they increased the bookmark limit because this is a card that I would definitely bookmark, but I'm like out of bookmarks, so I couldn't do it if I want to. Also, it doesn't let you like bookmark here. You have to like actually go into the deck builder. But that's a cool card. Atlantean Pikeman. Not a good card. P.U.N.K. Can't really do much with that, despite just beating it. Prediction Princess Ritual Spell. Can't do much with that. Ice Barrier card. Once per turn, you can target 2 Ice Barrier monsters in your graveyard. Shuffle both into the deck. Each player draws a card. I mean, each player? Come on. Why'd that have to be on there? Dragoonity Glow. I don't think this can really be useful for us. And the last card is Wind Up Kitten, which, I mean, you could play... I don't have a wind-up deck. Yeah, so none of this, except for maybe the Imprudent card might be usable. It does non-targeting destroy, which I think is cool. It is non-targeting destruction, and it's also non-targeting graveyard summon, too. So, like, there's 2 non-targeting decent effects, but we just have to always be down in life, which is, again, we are usually down in life points, but I can see this card being dead in a lot of situations, but it definitely seems like an interesting card. All right, we just lost this coin flip. Our opponent chose for us to go first, which is a bit concerning, but I guess we'll see. I have 2 options here. I can go the Endymion route or a Zorora route. Zorora will get me to Time Thief, and Time Thief, Necro Valley, Solemn is pretty decent, so I think I'm going to go that route. So I'm going to summon Zorora, I'm going to activate Zorora, and equip to itself. Yep, we're going to do the usual route here. We'll go with this. We'll activate this. Yep. We'll special summon. I think I'll just summon Snow to just have her out and about. I like having Snow in the graveyard just in case. Even though we actually, funny enough, have never used Snow. We've never actually gone and used Snow ever. Which is kind of crazy considering how useful she's been generally speaking. Like, as she's an amazing card, but we usually don't get enough cards in graveyard to actually use Snow. But like against most people, Snow should be like an auto win. Not an auto win, but it's like a good card to go into later in the game. One of these days we're going to actually be able to pop off with Snow. But we have Warning, Necro Valley, Time Thief. Time Thief is always a variable. You never know what you're going to get with Time Thief because obviously he's Monster Spell Trap. We'll see what we get. It's cool because he starts with Monster, so you can at least dodge one thing. But, you know, you just hope for, like, you know, Spell Traps to hopefully do more. Yep, we got a spell. Signet Mining is interesting because that means he's playing Mathmech. Yep, look at that. It's like I have the shotting gun. I just predicted the future. So I'm probably going to save the Solemn Warning for Send One Mathmech. I mean, it already did that. I'm going to save the Solemn Warning for probably the Xyab monster. That's probably what I'll save it for. Because then it'll never hit the field. And then, yeah, this is fine. Special summon this card. Yeah, it's fine. Because then it'll never hit the field. This absolutely cooks the Super Factorial. I just realized that. You can add a Mathmech Spell and Trap card. If they add the Recursion Spell Trap card, it does nothing. Super Factorial does nothing. It has 2 Spell Trap cards that essentially do nothing against my deck because I have this. Super Factorial, like I said, that's probably Super Factorial. It's completely turned off. So if he makes the Xyab monster right now, that's what I will Solemn Warning. And without a doubt, that's what I'm going to do. Because I'd rather him sink resources into stuff than when it hits the graveyard, he can't get it back. So that's probably the best thing. Yep, here we go. He's doing it. Splash Mage. Oof, I didn't expect that. What does Splash Mage do? Target a Cyber Scene graveyard, special summon it. By all means. By all means, buddy. Here we go. Look at this. Look, it's like my cards don't exist. I swear to God. No, I'm not even going to respond to that. I don't even need to. Yep, there we go. This is where he starts reading cards on the field to figure out what happened. Okay, never mind. He'll do that. That's fine. Like I said, Solemn is Warning. The reason I like, another reason that is target a monster in the graveyard, special summon it. Let's try again, I guess. Yep, negated. It's funny because this guy's probably like a newer player, so he doesn't understand. Like, he probably didn't play through Necro Valley, so he doesn't understand, like, what's going on and why these things are happening. What does this guy do? If this card's sent to the graveyard... Yeah, it doesn't do anything. That is... Yeah, that you can special summon this card, so he can special summon himself back from the graveyard. This is the most high-value Necro Valley I think I've ever seen. Mostly because this guy absolutely refuses to... He just refuses to accept what we're doing. He just, like, he doesn't care. He's like, oh, okay, you're gonna... It's negated, I'll just keep going. Like, it's almost bot-like. But I know it's not a bot, obviously, because he's, like, thinking and, like, playing, slowing down. This is what's awesome about Solemn Warning. We can stop this. Because this card has effects that you can't respond to. But Solemn Warning can respond to it because Solemn Warning is a spell speed 3. It is quicker than everything else in the game. So you can respond to the summon no matter what. So that's completely wiped. Super Factorial's dead. I'm going to go ahead and use Time Thief. If he's got an Ash, he's got an Ash. This would be the time to bait it. I'll bait the Ash. Why not? Signet Mining. This has been... I think this guy let us go first, too. That's the insane part. I think this guy actually told... Yeah, I lost this coin flip, and he let us go first. That's what's insane about this one. Redoer, sure. That's not going to resolve. That's irrelevant. I might as well close my eyes because this isn't happening. But let's think about our next play. Yeah, I'm not even respecting that. Endymion. Yeah, we're going to normal summon Endymion, probably an Ari Fire. And then we have Fiendish Chain, which is still a pretty good follow-up. My opponent's still pretending he can play. We got a monster underneath Maxi. Probably not the best thing, but let's just go. Endymion, we'll equip. I think just to do some extra damage, we'll go and put Ayahuasca underneath. So now Polly's unfortunately dead if we draw it, but that's fine. We'll put Ayahuasca underneath, and we'll special summon out the Inari Fire. And I think we go to battle with 62. I'm so close. I don't think I can... I don't have a way to OTK. I'm not even going to look. There's no way to OTK. I need 5 monsters to OTK. Because I need to go into Boral Sword. I need 5 monsters. So we're going to just attack with what we have here. We'll draw main phase 2. I don't know if there's even really anything for me to... Is there anything for me to even make? So I guess we'll activate this to pop. pop the Iowas. Yeah, we'll pop this, and we'll draw a card. That's a pretty good card to draw. I think we put back Endymion. I think what we have on field is pretty good. I need more interruptions right now to kind of, finish off what I have. Diamond Dyer does nothing. A lot of these cards do nothing. This is a card that I would make, but I wish this guy's arrows are just a little bit better, because he's a little tough to make, because I'm going to make him up here, but the problem is if I make him up here, he doesn't point to Time Thief, so he doesn't point to Time Thief until he gets destroyed, and I summon back, but I can't summon him back, so that's a little bit of an issue. I think we just end on these two. I really do. I think we end on these two. What do we have under this? All monsters. I think we just pass. Hope he doesn't draw any Harpies or anything like that, because if he doesn't, this is a done deal. This is a wrap if we win. And he scoops, yeah. He didn't draw Harpies, so we won. Incredible. This is our third game in a row in Platinum 3 against decks that we should be losing to. That guy, again, let me go first. 2 legacy tickets, and we leveled up, which, I mean, doesn't really affect us, but we leveled up. All right, here we go. Look at this massive winning streak that we're just like, it's unreal. So here we go. We've got a deck that realistically should have beat us. Like this, I mean, you look at this, should have beat us. This guy, I don't know what he really could have done. He didn't even have the harp. Like, you need Harpies to basically beat us in that situation. I don't know what he could have done, but he didn't do it. Okay, so here we go. We got a master pack. For some reason, whenever I play really well, or I perform really well, the deck performs really well. It's really, I'm just kind of a vehicle for the deck. Whenever I perform well, the pulls are suck, and then whenever I misplay, the pulls are amazing. But we've got Cosmo Delta Shuttle. I think that might be our... We need the little monsters. I mean, I keep saying this. We need the little monsters to make this deck really playable. Because the big monsters are just kind of bricky without the little monsters, so you need little monsters to make them playable. Gyroid can't be destroyed by battle. Once. Okay, cool. Early, maybe. Magician of Chaos isn't... No, I'm not going to play that. Machina Cannon. Can't really do much with that. Sylvan. Can't really do much with this. Destroys an opponent's monster by battle. Sends it to the graveyard. Excavate. Plant. Support. I don't have any plants. Dowsing Fusion. Fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed from your graveyard. Only Pendulum monsters can be used for this effect. Okay. So this is like another Pendulum support card. There's another fusion that's like... There's a Pendulum. Actually, I can search that. I just looked. I forgot I own this. Yeah, sometimes I forget. I've been doing this for so long, I forgot I own certain things. I forgot I own this. I just realized I can search polymerization with this card. This lets you special summon a... this lets you special summon a Spellcaster, Wing Beast, Fairy, or Beast Warrior from your hand, which we used to play this to special summon Spellcasters from our hand. And during the end phase, if this card's in the graveyard, it's sent there. So if we link it away or exceed with the monster that's equipped to it, we can add a polymerization, which we have been playing. I completely forgot I even own this card. It's not a bad card. But yeah, this card I don't think is really too usable for us. Toon World, unless I'm trying to self-DK, I don't think I'm going to be using that. And the Assault Beast, so I'd have to pull so much stuff to make that like a usable engine. I would have to pull... This isn't bad. Like, this is a good part of a bigger engine. So, yeah, if I have to pull 3 Psy Reflectors, 1 copy of Assault Mode to activate, and I have a pretty decent engine. Like, it really is. It's a pretty good engine, because you just normal summon this, search the Assault Beast, activate Assault Beast, search this, and then I think you could just reveal this, special summon Assault Beast for free, change the level of Assault Beast, and you can go into either a level 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 Synchro Monster. I think that's right. There might be... Actually, not. It's... You can go in... No, you can go into a 5, because if you don't modulate, they're just a level 5. So you can go 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 Synchro Monster. Anywhere between 1 and 9. Which is actually pretty, sick. It really is. That's a huge range of monsters that we can go into. But like I said, we would need to pull 3 of this, 1 of the... Well, no more of this, but I think we have actually pulled this. But again, I don't know why the game doesn't show you what you have. But yeah, I think we have this, and then we'd need 3 Psy Reflectors to make that engine playable. But that seems like something that could be cool in the future. Alright, we just won this coin flip. Like, we actually won this one. This hand is disgusting. This hand is... If they don't have Harpy's Feather Duster, they are getting sauteed, cooked, baked, everything, because this is a disgusting hand. Yeah, you gotta hope they don't have Harpy's Feather Duster. I have to... So, in theory, I should be playing around Harpy's Feather Duster, But let's be real, if they Harpies Feather Duster me and then they just have a combo deck, I'm just going to lose anyway. So you kind of have to go all or nothing in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! It's how things kind of go. I don't give a shit that he summoned that. I've never cared less about a card being summoned than a Dark Beckoning Beast at a time like this. That's completely fine with me. He can do that because it's 0 attack and he can't special summon. And this opening special summons from graveyard, and it's certain, like, I've never cared. He's probably playing Yubel. Unfortunately now, every time you see this, before when I used to see this, it was like, oh nice, my opponent's playing Sacred Beast. Now you see it, they're playing either Sprite or they're playing Yubel. Now he can't special summon, that's a double normal summon. Yeah, he can't special summon. He's playing essentially an all dark deck, so Gozen is absolutely dead. But right now, he can't special summon. He just put 2 0 attack monsters on board, which is doing less than nothing right now. I can't summon that, and I am just going to go to battle phase. I don't need to do anything else. I'm going to go to battle phase and just start attacking with stuff. It's a little dangerous because the longer the duel lasts, the scarier it gets, because the duel lasts a longer period of time, they have more opportunities to draw Harpies and things that can get over other things, not stuff that we want to deal with. So we'll see. I guess the idea for him was to just summon multiple monsters, that way they can tribute summon. Yeah, they're going to summon Samsara, Lotus, and then they can maybe go into a larger monster because they can tribute summon. Because that was an extra normal summon, right? So now they can possibly tribute summon for a Yubel or something like that. And then Yubel, your opponent takes no battle. You take no battle damage from him, Yubel. So maybe that's the idea, is to summon a Yubel somehow. But then again, I can just destroy a Yubel by battle, and he can't trigger the effect in graveyard to search. Yep, he's going to do exactly what I said. Just summon a Yubel. Let me read this real quick. Cannot be destroyed by battle. You take no battle damage. That's going to get annoying. I think I'm just going to Solemn Warning the Yubel, because I can't destroy this Yubel, unfortunately, with what I have on board. Memories, you have to pay life points. This has 0, so I can't pay life points. I think I'm just going to go ahead and... yeah, it can't be destroyed by battle. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and Solemn Warning this Yubel. I think that's probably the best play, because I have no way to out this right now. So I'm just going to Solemn Warning that, and I'm going to keep my steam rolling here. I have Memories, I have Ferret Flames. Ferret Flames is another kind... it's honestly a card that is sort of dead against the Yubel matchup, because we won this one. That's incredible. I didn't tell you guys because I didn't want to psych myself out, and I didn't want to put, like, what are they called? Like, I don't want to put expectations that were too high, but we did rank up into Platinum 2. This is the highest we've ever achieved ever. Not, well, we've achieved it before, but this is the highest that we've ever been. It is almost Platinum 1, and Platinum 1 is almost Diamond 5, which is the highest ever achieved by a Masochist that I've been told, on not, like, it wasn't recorded, but that's the highest that anyone's ever achieved in this challenge. But this format is a little tougher than maybe others have been, because obviously we're in a tier 0 format. We got one legacy ticket. Alright, the onslaught continues. Here's what our opponent was playing. They were playing Yubel, and this is a pretty solid build of Yubel. This is not like a bad build by any means. This is... they've got Phantom of Yubel, they've got this Royal, they've got... I mean, this is the decks that we've been playing against, they're not jokes. Like, these have not been, like, goofball decks. They've actually been, like, fully realized, essentially tier 1, tier 2 decks. We just have... some of them have been letting us go first, which has been completely what's been helping us right now. They've let us go first, and then that has been integral to us winning. But as you can see, this is the highest rank that we've achieved. We've achieved it here. We actually achieved it here, but we got D-ranked at the end, and then we didn't, like, it doesn't, like, get marked on paper. But yeah, this is the highest that we've ever achieved thus far, and hopefully we can continue this. Hopefully. Alright, here we go. So we got a Master Pack. It's glowing. It's a rank up pack, guys. Come on. You gotta reward me with something. Gotta reward me with something. It's a super rare. We'll see how good it is. This is a Machine Angel Ritual. It's, I don't think... Cyber Angel cards. I don't think there's so... It's an archetype, you know? So they've got URs and everything. So, I mean, we'd have to pull all of these and SRs and URs to make it fully playable. Fortunately, actually, the weird part about this deck is, like, the best two rituals are actually kind of low rarity, which is Ben 10 and Natasha. which are the best two. And Edaton's pretty good too. Like, people don't use these in like Drytron, but they'll use these 3 in Drytron, which is kind of insane that those are the ones that are low rarity. I will never use Infernal Sniper because it requires very specific monsters. We have another copy of that. I think that's our playset, or our second copy. This isn't a bad card. It's just going first. It just doesn't do anything. That's why I don't play it, but it's definitely not a bad card. This is DDD Super Doom. Okay, it's not bad. Dimension Wall. I mean, I don't have a burn deck, but yeah, I don't really think I need that. I don't think I can really... I mean, I can use it, but it's like, we need traps to protect the... I mean, the cool thing about this is actually searchable off of the Labyrinth card, but I don't know if that's really necessary for us, but that's not a bad pull. Vylon Changer, Light Monsters, gain 300 for each equipped card. To this card, it's not that great. Cupid Volley, we don't really need. This is probably the best card that we've pulled all day, which is saying a lot. And let's say what this... see what the super rare is. This is a resistor, Interpret Resistor. It's a level 6 Cyber Smut. Alright, so this card is like, it's a bad Gores, which is, I mean, I don't know why this card, I don't know what set this was released in, because a lot of the Cyber stuff is like kind of like blended in my head, but this is literally a bad Gores. It really actually is a bad Gores the Emissary of Darkness, and Gores the Emissary of Darkness came out like 2009. So this card is very underwhelming. It basically, when you take damage, it's not like a terrible card. I think it's one of those cards, again, if we just pulled this earlier, I would have used it. But basically what this does is, when you take battle damage, you can special summon it. It gains attack equal to the damage you took. So if you took like 3,000, it becomes 3,000. It's not like terrible. It also has an effect where during damage calculation, when another monster you control is attacked, that is in defense, its defense becomes this monster's defense, and then it cannot be destroyed by battle. So it protects another monster while this card exists. So it's not like terrible. It really isn't like a terrible, like horrific card. But I swear to you, I think Gores is actually legitimately just a better card, and Gores nobody plays. This is very oddly, I don't know why this is a super rare. This is a bulk common if I've ever seen. I have no idea what set this is from. And I try to keep up with Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I really do try to keep up with the new sets. This was probably snuck into some random Master Rule 4 set, and I never caught on to it. But yeah, this, I mean, it's not a terrible card. It's definitely not, like, horrific. It's probably, as far as cards go, it's probably like a 5 out of 10, which isn't bad considering, you know, we're playing a bunch of random stuff. It is generic, which is nice. Dimension Wall is cool, but I don't think we have enough burn cards to really... It would be cool if we could build a burn deck, because a burn deck would probably get us to Platinum 5. Like, no funny, like, it really would, because if we just had a bunch of chainable burn stuff, like Ceasefire, Dimension Wall, stuff like that, I could see us getting there pretty quickly, especially since we have a lot of the... what are they called? The main dudes, the Time Lords. We have a lot of the Time Lords, so we probably could get there, honestly. We probably could get, with a burn deck, we probably could, but like I said, I have one of this. Like, this is a start, but it's not anywhere close. Alright, miraculously, we won another coin flip. After losing so many, we actually have won another one. Pretty solid hand. I can't complain. This is a pretty solid hand. So we have Roachka, Fiendish Chain. We're definitely going to activate the Roachka. We're going to have got the Nefariousness. I mean, this is pretty good. Our opponent gave us Dimension Fissure. Okay, I'll take it. That is very interesting that they gave us that, because that probably tells us that it doesn't do much against their deck. So they could be playing Flunderies. They could be playing Exo Sisters. Exo Sisters is very good against it. They could have mixed up what the card did and just clicked the button and gave us this by accident. That's also possible. They could have thought that, oh, okay, give us a card that they don't get to keep. But we'll do that. They also could just have, like, yeah, they could have something that just wrecks us right now, which would suck. So if they have, like, Lightning Storm and they gave us this, that would really suck. But I mean, listen, like I said, we kind of have to go all in. The all-in strategy has been working this entire time, and the reason that I think it works so well, get a spell card, Pot of Desires. I think the reason that the all-in strategy works is that you kind of need everything. Time-Tearing Morganite tells us that they're probably playing an anti-meta deck. We don't have a terrible matchup against anti-meta. We don't. We actually don't. Fossil Dyna, Jowgen, they have all this stuff. All there, but, you know. Banish this. Your opponent cannot activate. What's going on? You can banish this. Discard. Your opponent cannot activate monster effects when you normal summon this turn. Okay, I think I'm going to activate... I don't want him to summon a... I don't want him to summon a Fossil Dyna, and then I can't... Or a Jowgen, and then I can't get rid of my monster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate Time Thief now in response. The reason I'm doing this is because I can activate the... Torrential freely without having to stress about anything. I think that's the best thing to do. Plus, I'll be able to draw. So I'll activate the Time Thief. I know he doesn't have any hand traps, so I don't have to stress about that. So I'll activate this. Detach. We'll detach. We'll detach both. We'll draw, and this will return to the field, so it doesn't... also, he's probably going to double normal summon, because he's got the Time Tearing in play. I'm not going to solemn warning this. I'm hoping that he double normal summons and gets greedy, and then I just torrential tribute both of them. That's the hope. Moon Mirror, I did not see coming. Okay, so I'm going to have to deal with the Moon Mirror. I mean, it's fine, because I have the Fiendish Chain, and I have trap cards and stuff. So it's not the end of the world. This is annoying. Decisive Battle. This is actually annoying. So, okay, that's a problem. And then they're going to set a monster. Okay, yeah, maybe I should have just torrential on this summon. Or I should have just warning on that summon. But this dude's coming back, which is nice. Yeah, this dude's coming back. I can almost assure you that this is a Fossil Dyna. Which is also annoying. We don't want to use the Nefariousness. That is definitely a Fossil Dyna if he set it. There can only be one. We need a trap card off the top of his deck. That would be good. A trap card would be absolutely phenomenal. We'll get a spell card. Is fine, though. Spell card's not the end of the world, so we'll activate this. Because that'll give us free draw power. Yeah, we'll activate this. Draw a card. Inari Fire. I actually think that we just... I think we just pass here, honestly. We just pass until we get a trap card, and then we can just bounce this to the top of the deck. We can actually warning this summon, so I'm not too stressed about this. Because, yeah, I don't think you can protect from... Yeah, I don't think you can. I think we just... Inari Fire, I think we just pass on this. I don't think we can also... There can only be one and force him to send one. But I don't want to clog my zones too much, but I don't think I'm too stressed about clogging my zones. I'll probably do something here. So we'll just set this. We'll just set this monster here. Because I can't attack and we'll just pass. We just have to go get a trap card off the top of our deck for the Time Thief Redoer. And I think we've got a pretty good situation. I forgot they have Time Tearing Morganite, which is really annoying, actually. So we'll go with this. Yeah, we'll go with this, and we'll be able to grab something off the top. It is a monster. Kashtira Ogre, Kashtira Fenrir. Guess I'm happy they didn't get to that. That would have been annoying. We also, like I said, we have the There Can Only Be One, so we can out the Fossil Dyna if we need to. They're going to normal summon the Barrier Statue, the Water Barrier. Again, I'm not really too stressed about the Water Barrier Statues. I can't really activate this because he's got this to protect it, so that would just be dumb. I think we just kind of allow that. And they're going to Tribute 2 to summon out Kashtira Unicorn. I think I'm going to go ahead and solemn warning that because I don't want him to get the card that lets him normal summon Kashtira monsters without tributes. I don't want that in play, so we'll destroy that, and then he does not get to protect with the Golgonda. He's going to activate. He's going to go to attack here. I actually think Fiendish Chain is probably best because then we can special summon and we can do stuff. Yeah, I think that's probably best. So we'll Fiendish Chain. Fiendish Chain here. That'll stop the attack. Yeah, that'll prevent the attack. And then what's good is we can... Now this is negated. So we can actually do stuff next. This is really annoying. This protects, but obviously we play it too, so we can't really be too mad. What's really annoying is that he's drawing 2 cards per turn. That's what's actually annoying. Time Thief will save just in case we have another play. We have to make... No, we don't want to do that. So no, we don't want to do that. And then we draw Fire Barrier Statue against his deck. Let's see Time Thief. Let's see what we get off Time Thief. A trap card would be amazing right now. What is that? A spell card. Well... lets us draw. It lets us draw, so... what can I do? What can I do? I think we have to make a play with this Time Thief somehow. We have to make a play with this Time Thief. I think if we can activate the Time Thief to draw and get itself off the field, I think we can make some plays here. Because then we can waste the Torrential and then hopefully do something else. Do I have any Spellcasters in Graveyard? I do. Okay, I think I have a play here. I'm going to activate... This is when a monster is summoned. Okay, I think we have a play. So we'll activate Time Thief. Yeah, we'll activate Time Thief. And we'll detach this. And we'll detach this. So we'll get it off the board. Draw Fiendish Chain to replace our Fiendish Chain. We'll then activate Inari Fire. And we'll activate Torrential. So he can waste one of the sends off of the Golgonda. Because we have to make some kind of plays. That's fine, because we're going to... Obviously going to send a Mirror Jade, which is fine. This is still negated. So now we can go Zorora. Because we do have cards in Graveyard. So we're going to go Zorora. Target itself. And then we're going to equip this so that we can search. And then yes, we want to activate Zorora to summon back our Rochka from Graveyard. And what's funny is if we can somehow summon another monster, we can really do some crazy shit. Because then we can steal this forever, but we probably wouldn't want to do that right now anyway. So now we'll go with that. We'll special summon out Diamond Direwolf right now is doing nothing. It can pop his monster. Yeah, Diamond Direwolf can pop his monster plus the Moon Mirror Shield. And then Time Thief can be free to do stuff next turn. And then we have more negates next turn. We can do that for sure. I think that's the way we do. Actually, he has no monster, so we can go Brute Enforcer to pop. And he has no response. But Brute Enforcer... And then I can attack with Brute Enforcer too, because I get to keep him on board. So I guess that's probably best. Because Barrier Statue's not doing anything in this matchup. That way, at least, because this doesn't let me keep the monster. This lets me keep the monster. So it's technically a little bit more damage. So we'll go Brute Enforcer with these two. These will get banished, unfortunately, but, I mean, at this point, he's our only recursion anyway. He doesn't have any discard, obviously, which is nice. So we'll go Brute Enforcer, we'll discard Barrier Statue, because that's not doing damn thing in this matchup. We'll destroy Barrier Statue. He has no response. Awesome. He can get this back on top of his deck. He is drawing 2 cards. He can definitely get it back. Top of the deck, he is drawing 2 cards, like I said. So we go to battle phase. And what is nice is that we have another Fiendish Chain to follow up with. So we'll get a nice attack in. And then we have Fiendish Chain. We know he's drawing. We know he's drawing that monster. So we'll summon Time Thief. Summon it here. Because I might have another play that I'm cooking up here in a couple of turns. So we've got Brute Force. He's going to draw 2 cards. One of which is 100% a Moon Mirror Shield. He has this Moon Mirror Shield, I know for a fact. And then a mystery card. So I know most of what he's got. We get a spell card, so we can't dodge stuff anymore. That's not bad. Clockwork Knight. Jowgen. Okay, Jowgen. Jowgen's annoying as hell. I mean, I have the out to Jowgen, so it's fine, because I have the Brute Enforcer. Again, I have Fiendish Chain, so I can just Fiendish Chain the Jowgen. So whether if he activates his card, we have the Fiendish Chain. If he... Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Hopefully he just activates the Jowgen, because I can Fiendish Chain that. Nope, he's going to Moon Mirror Shield. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. That's actually completely fine. Put Chaining on, battle phase, yep. Now, in the battle phase, I'll go ahead and Fiendish Chain on the Jowgen. And now that's locked out, and I can just Brute Enforcer next turn again. He actually got kind of lucky with his draw. So now we put the Chaining off. Yeah, he actually got kind of lucky, I'm not going to lie. So now he's going to... you know what sucks, though? I just realized he's got the stupid-ass Golgonda card, so I actually can't destroy it. I would need to destroy it twice again. Yeah, I'd have to come up with a plan. I guess we Time Thief, activate this effect to draw. Hopefully we can finally get a trap card off the top of his deck. So we'll detach that, draw an Ash Blossom. Which probably isn't doing much. Well, nope, no Nefariousness effect yet. These Fiendish Chains are coming in clutch. Our own Decisive Battle of Golgonda. As if this duel couldn't get more toxic. Our own Decisive Battle of Golgonda. So we're going to go ahead, use that. We get a monster. It's a Fossil Dyna. It's not what I wanted to see. Okay, what do I do now? I guess we can go Endymion. Yeah, I guess we go Endymion. I have no way to pop, really. Funny enough, I can actually Decisive Battle of Golgonda here to protect my own cards from getting popped, but then I don't get the draw. So let's go Iowas. Target itself. Let's get Iowas locked in here. Then we'll get Iowas. And I guess we activate to pop and then draw, and hopefully we draw something useful. We don't want to ash our own card. Tiamaton. Tiamaton does a lot here. Okay. Tiamaton does a lot. It does a lot more than Ash Blossom. I will tell you that. It does a lot more than Ash Blossom. Okay, that's pretty good. I think we put back Ash Blossom. Yeah, is that game if we do that? I think it's game, right? I think it's actually game if we do that. So then we just activate... How much do we have on board? It's game. Okay. Brute Enforcer. We'll activate Brute Enforcer. Discard Decisive. Target the Jowgen. Our opponent's going to protect probably with the... Yep. They're going to protect with that. That's fine. We activate Tiamaton. By the way, everything's getting banished. I just realized because of the other cards. So we're going to activate this. We're going to summon this right here to pop this column. And that's going to get popped. Awesome. He can put that on top of his deck, but as you can see, the duel is over. There's nothing that he can do. It's incredible. We actually have like a fairly good matchup against this deck. Now, thank God we can do damage right now. Usually I would have had to go into the Sue Ship. I would have gone into the Sue Ship and finally popped this stupid card. But we didn't have to do that. But that's incredible. We actually don't even have like a bad win rate against this deck. It's insane because that deck is supposed to be like really... And it is. That deck is better against Snake Eyes than... it is against us, and we're better against, but unfortunately, that deck is better against Snake Eyes than it is against us, but Snake Eyes is way better against us than that deck is, so it's a little bit weird. We have another win. That's like, this has been one of the most incredible starts, even though the last 3 episodes have just been like completely out of this world. It really has been. Here's our match history. How many wins do we have in a row? 8 wins in a row. Like, you would never believe this. We're in Platinum 2. With this deck. Like, it's unreal. It really... Look at this. Like, look at this. I'm not making this up. Like, I'm just in shock right now. I can't believe it. Now, our play has been fairly good, but let's look at this. They've got all of the stuff we've always wanted that we haven't pulled yet. Raigeki. Yeah, like, this is the kind of stuff, if I got, like, 5 pulls, I'd probably... If I got 5 crafts right now, I'd probably craft, like, these cards right here. It's just a good Pot of Desires, like, stuff like this that just would be very, very game changing, because we don't search anymore. Pot of Desires would be huge for us, because it's basically Pot of Greed in our deck. We don't search. The reality is most cards we never see anyway, so it would be huge. But yeah, let's go open some packs. Alright, let's open this beautiful master pack. Let's see what we get here. It's glowing. Utopia's here. This is like the celebration here. Let's see what we get here. Nothing. No URs. No SRs. Obviously, I can't use that. That's a starter for Memento. I have no use for that. Assault Mode, we just pulled one other card. Spiral Fusion, absolutely cannot use that. Something's hiding in here. Return of the Dragon Lord is a pretty decent card. I don't really see myself... We don't have Blue Eyes. We don't have the new Light and Darkness Dragons. Like, we don't have Red Eyes. We just don't have the appropriate cards to be... It's not a bad card. It's basically Monster Reborn for level 7 and level 8 dragons, and it protects the card. Like, this is... Everything about this is good, but we just absolutely do not have the appropriate things to use it with. Red Eyes Wyvern. We also don't have anything for that. Skull. Look at this. What is this Legacy? What is this TV show stuff? It's like I'm on... What's going on here? What am I getting? Am I supposed to be playing Red Eyes? Am I getting a sign? What's going on here? It's like a Battle City pack. What's going on? Yeah, this card I can't really do anything with. It's basically Summon Skull with an effect. Vendread card I can't use. And DDD, is this generic? Nope. DDD Tuner plus a non-tuner. So, unfortunately, the best card is actually this right here. Red Eyes Wyvern's not even bad. Like, if we had Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, I would probably play Wyvern and some other stuff, but I don't. So, unfortunately, that's not usable. This is a great card. Not really usable for us at this moment. Alright, let's continue this, see what we've got here. Our hand is... It depends on what our opponent's playing, I'll say that. We'll just go Dimension Fissure first. I'm going to save the Nahata. I don't really need to summon it with this hand. Nothing's going on here. We've got Dimension Fissure, which does wipe battle. That's, thank God he did that, because I wasn't going to special summon. So he's going to max CS, that's fine. I'm going to save all this other stuff. We have Judgment, Phoenix Chain, Cyclone, and a Floodgate. So that's not too bad. I'm not going to summon the Hata because I don't have anything to really go into with it. So we'll just set this stuff and pass. I think that's our best bet. He's already wasted a Maxi, which is nice. Because, I mean, I don't have to deal with it now next turn. He just wasted it. He kind of wasted it. He kind of needed to waste it because if you don't use Dimension Fissure, yeah, and he scoops. Another freaking win. This is unreal. We're 9 wins in a row. We're in Platinum 2. Random shit. I swear, this is unreal. 3 legacy tickets. I want to see what this guy's playing. This was like, he scooped. That Dimension Fissure probably cooked him in some way. Let's see what he was playing. He was playing, what is this? Centurion. Or some people call it Centurion. This is, again, a pretty good deck, right? It's a pretty good deck. This is, yeah, they have the Crimson Dragon. They target their big-ass monster, and then they get to summon Blazar Dragon for free during your opponent's turn. Like, this is a very, very, very solid synchro deck, but it definitely needs the graveyard. And without the graveyard, you're not doing nothing with this deck. All right, let's open a Master Pack. And it's a UR. That was actually extra fancy glow. Did you see, like, it was the sides were like glowing? That was incredible. That was, I've never seen it. It was like hovering around it and glowing. Card Trooper is an amazing card. I don't really benefit from milling, but that's an amazing card. When it's destroyed, you get to do, it's an Earth Machine. We pulled a weird ass card a long time ago, like Searches Earth Machines. I forget what it was called, but it was in the Legacy pack. This is not a bad card. Target a spell, cast, or effect monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Could be usable for us. I don't really, what does this do? Send 1 card from your hand to the grave, target a monster, equip with this card, it gains 500 attack, negate the effects of your opponent's monster destroyed by the equipped monster. So it basically turns every monster into Dark Ruler Hades that you equip to it. But having to send a card, this equipped card is not good enough for that cost. It's not good enough. And it sends, so we can't even activate it under D-Fissure. So definitely can't do that. This is a hidden card here. Walls of the Imperial Tomb. I mean, I'd have to pull a lot more of the horse stuff for this to really be playable. It's kind of a 1-card combo because if we pull a horse card, so if we activate this during the main phase, activate and then pull a horse card and then add a horse card, if it's Mseti, we can put it in the graveyard immediately, and then, but I would have to add a Golden Sarcophagus. That's probably not happening. Ogdoadic card. We just pulled an Ogdoadic card, but this, oh yeah, this one special summons 2 tokens if you have a level 8. Special summon 2 reptiles from your graveyard. It's not terrible. Another hollow, King of the Swamps. This is actually playable for us. It actually, what related cards could this have? Oh, it searches Poly. This is actually playable. Number 1, it searches Poly. Number 2, this can substitute for the Fallen of Albaz that we don't have. And against Dragon decks, we can just like Contact Fuse away their entire board. Interesting there. Another hollow, Galaxy Eyes Afterglow. So we got hollow. Hasn't been too useful. Afterglow. I don't think this is really too usable. Actually, if this card is detached from an Xyz monster, I don't think, yeah, if you control a Galaxy Eyes, you can special summon this card. I don't think we have a single special summonable Galaxy Eyes. I don't think it's happening. If this card is detached from an XYZ monster, you can, to activate that monster effect, you can take 1 Galaxy Eyes. Yeah, I can't do that. Unfortunate. It's not a bad card. We just can't really do anything with this. This is a good card. Maybe we can theory craft with this. This, we need actual horse cards. This is not bad. Let's see what this UR is. It is Numbers Evil. Something tells me I don't even want to read this card. I don't know what it is, but something tells me I don't even want to read this card. Yeah, I see something about numbers. Let's calmly read this. I have absolutely no idea what this card is. I just read it. I have no idea what this... You choose 4 monsters plus a 5th monster, a number monster, whose number value in its name equals the combined number values of the other 4 monsters. Special summon that 5th monster. So it requires us to essentially, your opponent to have a monster special summon in the extra deck, and you do not. And then it lets you special summon this. And then you can't special summon anything else. This is one of those cards where this could have been a rare, and I wouldn't have cared. I don't know why this isn't. I don't know why this is a UR. I think we can search this because we have a card that searches number cards. Yeah, Astral Utopia. It searches a number spell trap card. So technically speaking, we can actually search this. Now it does work with all of the. It works with all of the number cards. So we'd have to find number cards that add up to a number card and then summon that number card. We really have to look through our Xseed section to see if there's even anything worth summoning under all of this, because it's possible that we do have something that we can summon, but this seems a little excessive. We have this dude for sure. We have some other stuff for sure. Let me go look at what we have, because unfortunately it doesn't tell us here. Alright, so these are all the number... Never mind. I try to type in number and then Xseed monsters, but I guess it checks other values. I don't know what we can use this with. Like, this is number 77. We'd have to, like, add up to 77 using, like, all of these other 4. This is so... One of the most confusing things I've ever seen. Nash Knight is not... Like, weirdly enough, we can summon C62, but we'd have to find 4 monsters that add up to C62, specifically, which... I mean, we could look through this stuff, but I don't think that... Yeah, there's stuff we can definitely summon that would be worth summoning. Like, we could probably summon this. Hard Earth, which is kind of, like, decent. We could definitely summon some stuff in here that would probably be decent. But I'm not entirely sure what. Because this is definitely a very, very specific card that requires very weird things. We'd have to, yeah, we have to add up to the 5th monster. So, like, let's say, for example, we can't summon this, but let's say we wanted to summon number C62, right? Let's say we wanted to summon him. We have to add up to 62. So we have to get, like, a bunch of numbers with lower levels, so like 15 and not 83. That's out the window. But, like, not this. 52 and 15. I mean, that's already almost over. Yeah, we'd have to figure something out. We have number 3 here, which is nice. Number 102, that's not happening. Yeah, it's this card. Honestly, I think it's just too confusing for me to even use. I can't believe they put a card that odd onto it, like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I don't know. Maybe there's a way we can find. If somebody has an idea for this, please let me know, because this is like one of the most confusing cards I've ever read in my entire life. Alright, we lost a coin flip, and our opponent actually made us go second. So we finally lost a coin flip, and they're playing a deck that we're going to have a lot of trouble beating. I'm not going to lie. Yubel is a tough deck. Yubel is definitely a tough deck, because, I mean, we got lucky. We beat it the last couple of times, but that's because we, like, summoned a barrier statue. Now they're actually going to have everything available to them, and now it's going to be actually tough, and they can, like, you know, fuse and stuff. So this is going to be a little bit difficult for us. I'm going to figure out a way to... Yeah, I don't think this seems like they're going full combo. This is literally probably... This is a top 3 deck in the game right now, so this can be tough. Plus, like I said, we just have a really rough matchup in general against this deck, because it's not like we have a lot of ways to, like, pop stuff for free, and they're going to make us declare attacks. But I guess Time Thief can dodge that. Yeah, I don't know the deck as well as I probably should. This is another card that's really good. It can just blow up the board at the end phase. He's really good. Regular Yubel's really good. He can go into rank 10s, not that he wants to, because obviously you want to stay and keep everything if you can. Fusion Summon if you can. This is like super poly the deck too. Here we go. Now he summoned the Phantom of Yubel, which is a contact fusion out of graveyard. Kind of bananas. Yeah, this one's looking like it's unwinnable right now, I'm not gonna lie. Especially since he went first and he's starting to set up, and he's gonna go into the Unchained. You know, you win some, you lose. You can't win them all. You cannot win them all. And we've been winning a lot. So we can't win them all. We're on a 9-game winning streak. Eventually it was gonna end. And if it ends to a tier 2 deck, I'll roll with it. Alright, here we go. He's gonna continue to combo off here. He's gonna Soul of Rage. Yeah, at the end phase, this destroys everything, but I'm sure he knows that. Destroy all other monsters on the field. But obviously, since he's playing Unchained plus Yubel, he benefits greatly from everything being destroyed anyway, so I don't think he really cares that his stuff's being destroyed. Because then he gets to trigger this, he gets to trigger this to search. So he gets to activate all of these effects to search. Yubel is, like, really good. It really does. He goes very plus very easily. And of course, the other stuff's really good. The Unchained stuff is also really good with Yubel, because they get popped, they get to do stuff. This guy gets the trigger in graveyard. This guy, who usually links away my monsters, is going to be able to do some stuff too. He's going to summon another Spirit of Yubel. I guess it's not once per turn. Okay, so that is interesting. Okay. What can I do here? What can I do to win this duel? And the question is, what can I do? And I don't think I can win this duel, honestly. I don't think that I can win this duel. I think we special summon... Yeah, I don't think I can win this because this can't be destroyed by battle. And I take no battle damage. He takes no battle damage. Yeah, your opponent takes any damage from battles. While you control Yubel monster, we have to attack. So, yeah, I don't really know what I can do. If I commit monsters to the board, I'm just screwing myself over. So I guess Time Thief could maybe do something, but he also has this. Weirdly enough, I think just kind of passing is probably the best thing that I can do. If I commit anything, I just lose. I probably keep the Nahata for later. I think I make Time Thief. I probably make Time. We'll activate the Puffin to special summon. Puffin can actually get rid of this anyway, so we'll just summon that out. Target one special summon monster your opponent controls immediately. Yeah, so if he wanted to, he could if he wanted to link a monster away. Target a Magistus will do this effect. Hopefully we'll draw our way out of this. Like I said, Yubel is a matchup probably worse than Snake Eye if they set up, because they have so many cards that can't be destroyed by battle, and that's our main form of general removal. He's going to activate this quick effect to... Okay, he's going to destroy that, special summon itself. That's fine. That's fine. So we're going to go and hit ourselves with the Artemis here. And then he's going to use this to special summon this dude back, and then he's going to search. Yeah, this isn't looking too great. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of those matchups I really have to learn a little better, especially with our deck. I think if we go second in this matchup, it really actually screws us a lot. We kind of have to draw Barrier Statue, or we kind of have to draw, like, what is it called? The other dude. We have to draw either Barrier Statue or Necro Valley or something like that to really win this kind of a matchup. So he's going to link away into an SB Little Knight. Yeah, there's not much I can do about this. He's going to be able to banish probably this card. Yeah, realistically, I don't think we're winning this. They have too much, like, they have too much set up. I can't, my hand's not even bad. It just goes and does nothing. Memories, it does something, but, like, I really don't have, he's going to banish our card on the field. Like, it's unfortunate it was going to have to come to an end eventually, but Yubel is a deck that hard count, like, really counters us. Because there is just, and this dog's really sad, or this cat's really sad. It just hard counters us really badly because all of the monsters can't be destroyed by battle, and then we take damage, and it's like I really don't have many outs because I don't have a lot of removal in the deck as it's currently built. All right, so we just won this one. Not too bad, honestly. We have the Endymion. Yeah, we have Endymion. I'm gonna hit Endymion onto the field. I think I'm gonna go ahead and. He might have a Maxi or an Imperm, which does suck. I think we special summon the Nefariousness. We'll do that. And then we will... Moonmirror is cool, but it's only really good as a follow-up. He's going to Maxi now. Okay, so now we know what card he's got. I'm not going to do anything in response to that. I think I still feel pretty comfortable summoning a Time Thief, so we'll go Magistus, because at least he's drawing one instead of two. We'll go Endymion, we'll attach... See, some people, it's weird, because, like, some people will be a little slower, and they'll, like, make sure that they don't play into... They don't want to, like... Yeah, they don't want to play into stuff, and they'll let you do stuff before you commit to Maxi. And then other people will just, like, shotgun it in the standby phase. It's kind of... you just gotta... You can't even, like, prepare for it. It just happens. So we'll pop, draw. Hopefully we draw... That's not bad. We'll put this back because it's not really doing much. And I think we just... I think we do Time Thief here. I mean, we can Fiendish Chain and Chalice and then hope he doesn't draw anything else. But I'd like to think that Time Thief will probably help us more because it'll let us dodge and do all the other stuff that Time Thief usually allows us to do. I think we just set everything else and pass. I think, yeah, we set Fiendish Chain. We let him draw one. We set Fiendish Chain. and then we have the Moon Mirror on the follow-up if we need it. So we'll set, pass, end phase, and our opponent basically didn't go plus. They basically just upstart Goblin with the Maxi, and they're playing a 42 card deck anyway, so the upstart Goblin didn't really matter. Yeah, standby phase. Let's go with Time Thief. Hopefully they don't have a thrust. That would suck. Oh, they have an Imperm. Okay, that's fine. Actually, I want to save my Time Thief, so I'm going to go ahead and activate the Time Thief Redoer just in case, because I don't want him to just summon a big monster and then we just lose him for free. So we'll do this, detach whatever we need to. So we detach that too, so we have Zorora on the follow-up, and then the Imperm, it doesn't resolve, but not that it matters. It's not like it was set anyway. So now we have two amazing cards that hopefully, okay, this playing, hopefully Blue Eyes. No, he's playing this. This just turned very tough. I'm not going to lie. This just turned very tough. I was hoping it was Blue Eyes because then we kind of had a chance. This is tough, right? He didn't even commit anything yet, and he's already into this. I think we allow him. I mean, he searches. No, I don't want to allow him to do this because then he gets into the Spirit Gate cards. I probably, since it's in defense, I will go with this card right here. That's their like central normal summon in this deck. So I'll go with that. It's in defense, so the attack boost won't do anything. And then I'll negate this. If it's a Pendulum deck, so hopefully it doesn't have the appropriate scales to beat me here. That would be the ideal situation. Generally speaking, Pendulum decks are another kind of... I think Yubel is probably overall the worst possible matchup that we have right now. But also, this stuff isn't like... This card, interesting. The Harvest Angel. This card is Pendulum or normal summon. You can add a Horn of Heaven. I think I'm fine with that. He can add Horn of Heaven. I think that's fine with me. Yep. That's a card I was thinking about playing, but we haven't pulled Horn of Heaven. This is actually a pretty cool card. So now if he goes into Electrum, I can Fiendish Chain that. If he goes into Electrumite, that would be smart. But that is interesting. He's going to go, yep, Electrumite. It's almost like I predicted it. He'll summon that out. He'll activate, and I'll activate the Fiendish Chain immediately to negate the effects, and that'll get stuck there. Now he does have Horn of Heaven, but Horn of Heaven stops an inherent summon. Is it? And Horn of Heaven stops what kind of... I have nowhere to look. It stops certain summons, inherent summons. It is big to stop an Electrum, for sure. A Valiance card, He's going to place Valiance cards on both our fields. If a monster would be summoned, tribute a monster, negate the summon. So that's not too bad. And now we're playing against Valiance. He's got all this stuff. All our interruptions are pretty much gone. Alright, so our opponent is continuing to link stuff. They're going to go into... Promethean Princess. Is there a deck on Earth that doesn't play this deck? Like, doesn't play this card? He's going to summon Electrum back. I did negate its first, like, that effect. It is a hard once per turn. So at least he can't do that. But he can still target this. You can target one other face-up card, destroy it, add a face-up Pendulum. He can still do that. He can destroy the field spell. He can destroy Promethean Princess if he wants to. That's annoying. But like I said, I actually... don't have any protection on board, so if he just goes to battle phase, I mean, he's already at 4,500. He only has to do 3,500 more damage, and we lose this duel. But it sucks. It sucks. Pendulums is a very tough matchup. It's a very tough matchup. It really is. It's a very good deck. It's a very tough matchup. If we had drawn the barrier statue, probably would have won, but you know, it happens. He's going to set a card, and End Fate didn't even attack. Maybe there was something that prevented him from attacking. I'll never know. We'll special summon this back out. Wonderful. And no, we don't want to activate this. No, we don't want to activate this. And he's going to scoop. I don't know why I just won that duel. I have no idea why I won. I have no idea why I won that duel. I shouldn't have won that duel. I should have lost. We got Water Dragon Girl, a card probably still not in the TCG. This is such an odd card. It's like a girl hugging a dragon with a tattoo. Who is she? Nobody knows. A Water Fairy. She's an Aqua. Able to summon a giant sea serpent. It's an Aqua. I don't know what's going on. Fairy, Aqua, giant sea serpent, Aqua. 1100 attack. And then we got 3 legacy tickets. It's pretty cool. Alright, here's what our opponent was playing. They were playing a I would say fairly standard deck. I mean, I'll be honest with you, this I haven't seen too much of. This is actually an interesting card. It really is not a bad card. I kind of like it. I would play it if I could, but we need a Black Horn of Heaven and a Horn of Heaven in order to play this. I really think this is kind of a cool card. If I pull the regular Horn of Heaven, I might actually play this. I would even consider playing a counter fairy deck. The funny thing is I can even summon this off of the... We have that Witch, Condemned Witch. We can actually summon this off of the Condemned Witch. But it doesn't trigger unless it's Pendulum Summon or Normal Summon. So we wouldn't be able to do it anyway. But this is a very interesting card that we have pulled, and I think is a very cool card. Also, generally, this is like a pretty standard Pendulum deck otherwise. I think we've got pretty regular cards here. A lot of Royals. Well, 2 Royals, not really a lot, but yeah, 2 Royals that are pretty cool. Alright, let's open a Master Pack. Let's see what it is. Hopefully we get something. Hopefully something game-changing, because we haven't been getting anything game-changing lately. We've got a Brawn, the worst of the Dark Worlds. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you discard 1 card. Which, you could make the argument it's not bad in Dark World. But like, you would rather activate an effect that gets you something if you're going to discard. So unfortunately, it's not that great. Super Quantum, is this generic? Yep, it's generic. Let's see what it does. Okay, so this card's actually not bad. It has a once per turn, detach a material, Book of Moon, a monster. It's actually not bad. If we had Super Quantum Green, which I don't know if we have or not, I haven't checked, you could special summon 1 Super Quantum monster from your hand. Yeah, if we had this card, which is a spellcaster, okay, that's interesting. It actually becomes a quick effect if we have Super Quantum Green, which is a spellcaster. Okay, that's interesting. They're all different types. Except him, who happens to be a spellcaster. I'll check if I have him right after. Discard sent to the graveyard. Discard 1 Super Quantum card. Draw a card, which will never happen because we don't have any of the others. I think we might have some random Super Quantum. We might have this or something like it. We might have this. I don't remember. But yeah, this is actually not terrible. So if I pull the green one, I might play it. I'll see. How much what are the stats on the green one? 16? It's not terrible. I might replace him with like Breaker or something. Morphtronic Stapling. Gotta pull the Morphtronics. Gishki. Gotta pull the Gishkis. Topaz Tiger. We probably have a decent amount of these cards. This card's whatever. It's not really that great. This is an interesting card. This is one of those, like, I like these cards. These are like the generic, what are they called? These are like the generic kind of like legacy support cards where they just like retrain some old ass card. This is one of those cards. So if you control the monsters, you can normal summon this card. It's 1800 attack, 1850. That's level 5, so that's a little iffy. This card's normal summon. You can banish 1 monster your opponent controls with attack higher than this card, which again is not terrible. It's not for, if we had like a generic, like kind of a, if we had like, I've played against these decks a lot. Like if we had like a generic Masochist no theme deck, I would definitely play this, because this is a normal summon of a level 5 monster that also happens to banish an opponent's monster, which that has higher attack, non-targeting, by the way, non-targeting, banish, non-targeting removal with attack higher than this card. He has 1850 attack. He's banishing somebody. And then you can discard a card and add one of the following. Level 7 Dark Dragon. So that, I imagine, is supposed to add a Red Eyes. Level 6 Dark Machine. I have no idea what this is supposed to add, but it can add the Barrel Dragon that's level 6. I don't know what this is supposed to add. Or it can search a level 5 Water. Actually, I know what this is. I think level 6 Dark Machine is Jinzo. Obvious. This is a Joey card, so I'm dumb for that. Yeah, this is, so it searches Red Eyes, it searches Jinzo, or it searches a water, what is his name again? Legendary Fisherman. So it can basically search one of the, but it can also search a wider range of cards. Like it can search Legendary Fisherman number 2, it can search Barrel Dragon, the little level 6 Barrel Dragon, it can search level 7 Dark Dragon. Is a huge range of cards. It's like every Red Eyes monster support card, it can search all of them, which is pretty good. It can search that one that you send a normal monster and special summon it for free. It can search that, which is kind of cool. But this searches a huge range of cards by discarding a card. It actually does have a gigantic range of cards that it can search. Its effects are pretty good. Again, if I had a generic deck, I probably would actually play this. Swallow's Nest is another good card. Tribute a Wing Beast, special summon a Wing Beast from your deck with the same levels as Tribute a Monster. It's not a terrible card. It can help you dodge stuff. If we had more Wing Beast support, I could definitely imagine playing that. Matt, I've got to have like 5 of this. I have to. Like, I pull this every third episode, it seems like, but maybe I don't. Maybe I'm just seeing too much of it. Okay, this has been interesting. So, Swallow's Nest is a good card. Guilty is a really, like, good generic card. If we had rank 5s, we do, but if we had, like, more rank 5s, I'd consider playing that. I almost, like, almost want to regret not playing this, because it really is, like, a very good generic removal card that searches a huge range of monsters, and this is a good card. I'm going to go check if we have the Super Quantum dude. Alright, so Super Quantums, let me click on related cards. We don't have them. Yep, we don't have them. We have White Layer, which is the White Power Ranger. And then we've got this Super Quantum card and this Super Quantum card. So unfortunately, we have not pulled the lowest rarity card in the deck. We have never pulled it. That sucks. There's nothing I can do about that. Actually, we don't have as many as I thought. We have 2 of the Crooked Crown, which is one of the only continuous cards in the archetype. So that's good to keep in mind. What else did I say I was going to check? So unfortunately, this isn't terrible. It's basically a Book of Moon. That is a non-quick effect. I don't think that's really worth replacing anything right now. I don't think that's worth replacing like Diamond Direwolf. I don't think that's worth replacing Suship. Maybe it's worth replacing the Hida, but Hida comes in clutch sometimes too. Maybe it's worth replacing Code Virus. Maybe. I don't know. I guess maybe it could be worth replacing this. I'll see. It could be worth replacing that. Swallow's Nest. We have a lot of stuff. Yeah, this card is interesting. I wish you could. It's not related to anything, but yeah, it searches a lot of cards. I don't know if we've got level 7 Dark Dragon. What can I search? Let's just check for Dark Dragon level 7. Let's just for science, for research. Let's check, because I like doing this just so we know what we can kind of play with here. Where are the dragons? I'm like missing a dragon, and then level 7. So let's check that. See if we even have any. I guess we do. Oh, we can search Router. We can search Noctovision. That's pretty cool. We can search Phantasme. That's pretty interesting. I forgot we had that, but Phantasme is like one of those cards. Like, I swear to you, it's a great card. We never draw it when we're playing it. As soon as we play against it, as soon as we use this card, we're playing against branded, guaranteed. Noctovision is pretty good. I forgot we had 2. This is another card that's good. It actually activates a card that targets a face down card you control. Negate. That effect's good. Free special summon if you control. If you summon a Dark Dragon, free special summon. And then also it's if this link, yeah, sent as link material, draw a card. Like, it's all 3 effects are good. This is obviously good because it can search the other dude. The little dragon that we have, the rocket, the free rocket summon. So those searches are pretty good off the Guiltia. Also, it could do water. I guess we could do both, right? Water level, no, because then I'll get a bunch of blends of various things that don't really help us. Water Warrior level 5. So we'll try this out real quick. And it can search, like I said, Legendary Fisherman number 2. Which isn't really useful unless you have Umi. If it has Umi, it's actually pretty good, because it can search a level 7 monster. It can add any level 7 monster. That is insane. Yeah, if this card is destroyed by battle or leaves because of an opponent's card effect, it can search any level 7 water monster. It's kind of cool. So we can search Royal Knight of the Ice Barrier. This is the one that summons a token. If this card is tribute summon, special summon a token to your opponent's side of the field. Then we've also can search Deep Sea Warrior, which is only good if you have Umi, and it's not even good if you have Umi because it's unaffected by Umi, which makes it essentially one of the only cards that does not get buffed by Umi. And then we've got Legendary Fisherman number 2, which is decent, but we can't really use it. So these searches aren't really too great. Alright, so this is the Dark level 6 machines. Ooh, that's pretty interesting, actually. That's pretty interesting. So I just realized this. Yeah, we can play this, and we can probably play the Guiltia card in our Chaos deck, because I just realized that a lot of the Cosmos are level 6. So this Landwalker's level 6, Dogfighter's level 6, and Motor Frenzy, which is a decent card that we pulled a million years ago. It's normal or special summon, or if another machine monster is normal or special summon, you can activate this effect until your opponent's turn. That normal gains attack equal to half its original, but also battle position cannot be changed. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and then if this card is tribute summoned and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 2 engine tokens, which is also pretty cool. So we can actually search the Motor Frenzy, this and this and this. So, like I said, it's a pretty wide range of things to search. It'd be cool if we had some of the other search cards for it. But yeah, it's a pretty large range of cards in a lot of different decks. We've got, especially the dragon stuff is really interesting. The fact that we can search the Absorouter, Noctovision, that might be fairly interesting for us. So we can just dump this, and yeah, like I said, Guilty is definitely a cool card. Definitely kind of an interesting card. Same thing with the, I think this is worth theory crafting with the King of the Swamp. This maybe is worth theory crafting with. Also, this can bring back the Absorouter and stuff, so not bad either. Maybe a dragon deck is something we can play in the future, but I mean, our current deck is like has a very good win rate, so I don't know how many changes we really have to enact right now. Alright, let's open up these legacy tickets. We got 15. We racked up 15 legacy tickets this time around. Let's open these. No hollows. The legacy tickets have been duds lately. They've been absolute duds. I mean, actually, so have the other things. Submarine Frog is pretty cool. He does piercing. If we have wetlands, 3 copies of wetlands, maybe I play that, but not right now. Cold Feet, absolute garbage unless you have Mystical Ref Panel, which we do not have Mystical Ref Panel. And Mystical Ref Panel is way too confusing anyway. Card Advance is not the worst card in the world, I'll be honest with you. It lets you look at the top 5 cards, place them in any order, and then you can do an additional Tribute Summon. Maybe in that True Draco deck, it's not a bad card. We can maybe use it in that. Endless Decay. Endless Decay, if you have 2,000 life points or less, special summon this card. I think we have this, and it's just too odd, too specific. I don't think that's very usable for us. And then we've got, what do we have in here? Attention. I've never even heard of this. Target a face-up level 5 or lower monster your opponent controls. Destroy all face-up monsters on the field with a different level than it. All monsters, including our monsters. But, I mean, oddly enough, this could come up. There's like a lot of situations where this card is garbage, and there's a lot of situations where it could be good. Like in that Yubel duel, like this card could have been, actually no, it would have been sucky in that Yubel duel because it would have destroyed and they would have all triggered. But like there's a lot of situations where this card against a lot of matchups could be good, but I think it's way too specific. I've never, what set is this even in? Like, can somebody tell me what is, I've never heard of this card. When did it come out? I have no idea. I want to say it's probably in the XSEED era because it just looks like an artwork from that era, but I don't know. You got a level 3, generic level 3, 4 level 3 dark monsters. You gotta be kidding me. There's gotta be a way to rank this up or something. Alright, so this has a soft once per turn to summon a token. And the token's attack becomes half your opponent's current life points. This can make all tokens have 2 attacks per turn. I think it's a little too specific, honestly. A little too specific, and it requires 4 monsters. That's just not... That's way too much commitment. If I'm giving up 4 monsters, I better be making an Avermax or a Boral Sword or something like that. Not something that requires even more setup later on. If you control 2 XSEED monsters, detach 2 materials, draw 2 cards. If I did this more often, I can imagine playing that. It's not too bad. When this, yeah, this is like the definition of a win. This is a win more card if you've ever seen it. You have to already control 2 XSEED monsters, then you can do something. If you draw a hand that maybe can only summon 1 XSEED monster, it just becomes a dead card. This card is normal summoned if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, target spawn trap card, destroy it. So this is basically like Breaker, but with more steps, and it doesn't, yeah, it's Breaker with more steps essentially. Breaker just lets us pop things, doesn't have to do all this weird dumb stuff. Delta Flyer, increase its level, yeah, it's not really that great. Dogmatica Theo. Funny enough, I think people have been telling me to play this if I pull it. So let's read it together. Psych, I read this shit by myself. We're not reading it together. It's a lot like Ecclesia. If your opponent controls a monster special summon the extra deck, you could just special summon it, but also has an effect to reduce extra deck monster's attack by 600, increase this card's attack by 600, which I guess could come up. It's also a spellcaster, which is also not bad. So maybe we play it. Maybe we play this. We have a lot of good options now with the spellcaster stuff. I'm dying to pull more like run reuse and stuff. I want to pull more of that so I can lean more into that angle, but I just haven't been pulling them. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I swear they're rare. They're low rarity cards. I just don't pull them. It happens. What can you do? Theo's a decent pull though. Theo's a decent pull for sure. It's one of those cards people are like, oh, look out for that. I need 3, 1,000,000 equips. I'm ready to go to war. This card is exactly... If I could play this, I swear to God I would. P.U.N.K. I need so many things to actually pull this off, but that's a cool card. Dust Tornado, it's our second copy. Or third, I don't know. Actually, no, that's our first copy. I know what happened. That's our first copy. The other copy is in the starter deck. That's why it didn't light up as new. This is a good card. Warrior Returning Alive. Avalon is cool. This is like the final battle. Target 5 Noble Knights. At least 1 Artorias. And at least 1 of this dude. Banish those targets if you do destroy all cards on the field. I can't do that. That requires 5 monsters in graveyard of a specific archetype, and that's just too much. I don't even need to tell you, well, that's too much. Can't really use that. Ritual Sealing, I think, destroys a ritual monster. Yeah, I can't do anything with that. Unfortunate. Maybe if we play it against Hungry Burger. What do we have in here? This is an awesome card. This was from the video game. This was from... Is it Forbidden Memories? I think it's from Forbidden Memories, and it's like a really, really good card in Forbidden Memories, if I remember correctly. I think it has an effect that's like broken. It's like your opponent can't summon, or your opponent can't activate spells and traps. Is it Forbidden Memories? I think that's the one I have on the shelf. It's the PS1 game. I believe it's the... Yeah, it is. This card is like absolutely... If this was that card, this is like Jinzo plus Spell Canceller in Forbidden Memories. It's one of the greatest cards ever in Forbidden Memories. It literally is just absolutely disgusting. But unfortunately here, and the artwork is beautiful. I swear, I love old Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know who drew this. They did a great job, and we'll never know who drew this. But that is just a generic, like, image of a sunset. That was not drawn. That's a generic image of a sun. At least I think it is. And then they just pasted like this, like, I don't know what this is, like this giant skeleton, and then a door in front of it, followed by more skeletons in front. This looks like an image, like, I don't know who made this. I love this artwork. A mysterious temple of skulls and bones that pulls in unsuspecting enemies. Yeah, this looks like it has nothing to do with this, and this looks like it has nothing to do with this. None of these components match, but I swear to you, I love the way this card looks. Yeah, beautiful, amazing card in Forbidden Memories. I already have that. I don't think I can really use this. Yeah, we've read this in the past, and if we're not using it by now, we're not going to be using it going forward. That is a rock, by the way, that temple thing, which is kind of cool. What does this guy do? Wodan, the resident of the forest. So he increases this card's attack by 100 for every plant monster that is face up on the field. So if we have him, who's a warrior, who doesn't look like a warrior, but let's say we have him, and we have 4 plants on the field. 4 plants. This guy becomes a whopping 1,300 attack. Why even print these cards? When was that ever going to be good? Obnoxious Celtic Guardian isn't the worst card ever. Can it be destroyed by battle with a monster with 1,900 more attack? It's better than the Wodan. Wodan is useless. So Theo's definitely playable. I might be playing him. This is... I'd have to pull more of. Dust Tornado is our first copy. Like I said, XYZ Gift's not terrible. This I'm just kind of happy to see because I think it looks cool. 5 more packs. Let's see what these are. We got 2 shining things, but, you know, that doesn't really mean anything in legacy tickets anyway. Let's see what this Dodo draw. Can't use that. We've got... Oh, I freaking love this card so much, but I don't think I can use it, but I love this card. Okay, I absolutely love this card. If I can figure out a way to use it, I swear to God I will. I love this card. So basically what this card does is it can't be special summoned. All of the old spirit monsters can't be special summoned, which isn't the biggest problem in the world because we do have some free special summons. Like, we have a lot of free special summons. So we might be able to do something with this. I just realized we have Majesty's Fiend. We haven't been playing it. That's the one where you contribute a monster and then... Yeah, we haven't been playing that. We actually should probably bring that back into the deck. During the end phase, if the turn this is... Like any spirit monster, it bounces itself back. If this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, they discard their entire hand during the draw phase of the next turn. Before the turn player draws. Before. So, basically they discard their entire hand. The other one is better, Yamada Dragon. That one lets you draw until you have 6 cards, but this is still kind of cool. Makes your opponent discard their entire hand. It's more cool than it is, like... There's a lot of memories going on today. There's a lot of TV show cards, Battle City cards. Like, what are we pulling here? Hourglass of Courage. And this is another, like, video game card I remember. If this card is normal or flip summon, the original attack and defense are halved until the end phase. Okay, it's already weak. After that, the original attack are doubled. Yeah, this used to be... I remember Taya used to use this in the Game Boy game. I forget which one it is. I already have the Bit Trooper. Yeah, Taya used to use it. What's the Game Boy game? Eternal Duelist Soul? She used to use it in that. She never got that shit off because I always killed the monster before that. If you control a Donzalug, you can special summon any number of Dark Scorpion monsters from your hand, but only one copy each, so not really happening. Natural Disaster. Inflict 500 to your opponent each time cards they control destroy and sent to the graveyard by a Cloudian monster. Okay, never happening because I'm not playing Cloudians. That's another deck that probably needs support. It really does. Narrow Pass, can't use that. Gladiator's Return, already have that, and I don't use it now. This is our final pack of the episode. Please, something in here. Final Gias. I don't see how this could really go off. So, I mean, you have to if a monster from each field, if a monster from each field with a level that's 7 or higher is sent to the graveyard, you can banish as many monsters from the graveyard, then special summon one highest level spellcaster among those monsters. I mean, this is like not good. This is such a like specific. This is like a card made for Yugi to counter Kaiba in a duel in a show. Like, I swear to God, there's no reason for this card to exist. It is the most specific. This is like Kaiba activates Dark Hole, Yugi activates this, and gets his Dark Magician back. This is like the most TV show of TV show cards that shouldn't exist in the real game. That is never going to go off for us. And then we've got Dark. I don't think. Yeah, tribute to Dark normal monster. You can treat this card. This one monster has 2 tributes. I don't really need that right now. That's unfortunate. Somehow, some way, this is actually the best card that we pulled out of there. But next episode's looking pretty good, right? We only lost once today again, and we're Platinum 2. That's amazing. Yeah. Looking forward to the next one. La, 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 la.